I threw it away there. I forgot my strat was gonna be I was going to shoot Yang and then sack his corpse and that turkey. So I was like, how am I not getting the follow? So I was trying to play really cleverly to do that, which wasn't such a smart idea. I didn't think he'd ever be able to come down from there. Usually I know what sort of generation they'll be able to navigate and which they won't. Figured it was possible, but very unlikely. It happened, so cool. Based, I guess. I know I've talked about it a bit, but because it's clear that this game is balanced in Derek's eyes, and he has no intention of like changing, like making dramatic changes to it. I kind of want to make a balance mod of like what I would consider balanced to be for this game. So I might have to look at like the tutorials for that, and I know Alvin and I've been talking about like seeing about modding a game like Terraria for a while. So we both play Spelunky, so we were like, holy shit, that could be a pretty good idea for a game to mod. So maybe what I do long term if I'm not messing with shit is I'd play my mod. Any examples in mind? A lot of it's simple shit. Like I've already told you a few of my ideas. I put the fucking meme present in City of Gold because I think that's fucking hilarious. Actually, let me break it down for you real quick. So, I would restructure a couple things to completely balance Tide Pool and Temple in my eyes. Right now, the balance is like at max level, supposed to be Temple, you can get the compass, which helps you navigate CO. Tide Pool, you get the clone gun, which lets you have 99 bombs, 99 ropes. So it's like resources versus navigability. I'd amplify those. Basically, for Temple, I would get rid of the elixir and the challenge, and what would you replace it with? Well, you gotta replace it with something that's equal to the clone gun, right? I would replace it with, I'd probably make a new item, call it the Book of the Dead, Epic Spelunky 1 reference, but give it a new use. Now it's a permanent clover. Every level for the rest of the game, I'm gonna skip this on because I can't do lyrics right now. Every level for the rest of the game has 2 minutes added to it, including CO. Combine that with the alien compass, suddenly you might not have resources, but you have mad time and navigability in CO. You have breathing room, you know, to navigate and, like, think, you know? The long game. Whereas you go Tide Pool, you get resources. You get the bombs, the ropes. Another thing I do to Tide Pool, the clone gun and the sword is no longer a choice. I make so the sword works like Chris Knife and Spelunky HD. It just replaces your whip. So you get both. You don't have to make a choice. Which is a buff to Tide Pool, but it's warranted because of how big that buff to Temple is. I'd also, instead of having, I'd maybe keep the plasma gun in the mothership, or maybe I'd put it elsewhere, make it more common. But I'd move the guaranteed jetpack from Duat to the mothership, and then I'd have the meme present in the City of Gold. So that way, you can go City of Gold, present, alter, guaranteed eggplant, then not go Duat, go Ice Caves, go mothership, get jetpack. Then you can chill and skip and guaranteed eggplant. But you're forced to chill and skip. But you get the jetpack too. Maybe that's a little easy, but I think that makes a lot of sense because then you're forced into doing that if you want a guaranteed eggplant. You can get eggplant many other ways, and you can chill and skip other ways, but that gives you a fucked up, like, for the average player that's going to be like impossible, but for a good player that's going to be fine. But for an average player, if they're like, oh, if I need to do eggplant and don't want to rely on RNG, I got to do that, that's nuts. It's a big challenge, you know? It's like temptation. I don't know how I'd balance Volcana and Jungle, because with that big buff to Temple and also the buff to the, like, makes the alien compass more useful, that's more reason to go Volcana. I don't know how you know, at that point then, whether you're going Tide Pool or temple, you have to go Volcana. So, I don't know what I'd do there. I'd have to think more. But those are my big ideas. I think those are really cool. It becomes a choice about, like, resources or comfort. I guess both are comfort. Comfort in time and navigability, and comfort in, you know... Oh, fuck, the Pope went through the door. Damn it! I didn't look at where the door was. God damn it. But you got what I'm saying. You gotta have Jumple's light buff to go along with the market. Yeah. I was thinking maybe something along the lines of if you help the sisters, or if like you do a Sparrow and you get Sparrow in 2-1, then in the black market, like maybe if you help Sparrow, then at the end of the black market, like the shopkeepers are like, oh, what happened? All of our goods got stolen. And then when you're in that area afterwards, there's just a bunch of items for free, including the head jet, you know? So it's like if you're doing jungle, then that incentivizes you to steal at least once, get Sparrow, and then you get a bunch of shit for free. Sort of amplifies that like resources idea, you know? So that way then, you know, maybe you don't have to go Tide Pool for the guarantee those resources, and because you're going jungle, and you can get good resources that way. Maybe she should give you climbers. I feel like that would be a good item for a thief. Instead of giving you that single rope, that'd be a really good idea. Guaranteed climbers, but maybe she only appears in jungle now instead of Volcana. So it's like you can get guaranteed climbers, but you don't get, but then you're not getting the cape, right? So it's either cape or climbers. Yeah. I like that. That's a good idea, Dale. Oh, fuck. I like that one a lot, actually. So then it's like you get climbers and you get a lot of good items, you know. You don't know what you're getting, it's still a bit of a gamble, right? But you for sure get at least climbers. But then it's like, how do you make sure the player does Sparrow? Because otherwise the jungle path is kind of lacking. Van Horsing, it's pretty clear, because, you know, he's there, tempting you. Sparrow I found fucking accidentally. Because also a big part of game design is making sure players are at least aware of the options presented to them, and can find them through curiosity and exploration. There was kind of random chance IMO. Elixir giving curse prevention, but capped health at 15-20. That's a pretty cool idea, yeah. I think I'm still partial to mine, purely because like curse. I think curse is such a big fucking scare that you should be scared of it, you know. Oh, the other idea that I'm not sure if I would use, but I think it's really funny, is to make duet better, or like more worth. When you beat Osiris, his hands open up, and in one hand is the scepter, and the other hand is the Ankh, and you get to choose one. I think that's really funny. Everyone would choose the Ankh. Everyone would choose the Ankh. But, what if you don't? Or what if you're in co-op? Or I guess it wouldn't matter, because, you know, what if you're in co-op and it doesn't really matter about getting the Ankh back? You know? How fucking funny would that be? Getting the fucking scepter into CO. God, that'd be funny. It'd be so funny. What if the scepter just fucks the jelly up? Busted! The chaos, yeah. The chaos and seal would be so fucking funny. I just love silly ideas like that. I really like that climbers idea, because most of the guaranteed drops in the game are like guaranteed in zones you will always go through. Like ice caves, you know? But having... Or I guess Vlad's Cape is the only one that's not. Now that I think about it, it's kind of fucked. Volcana gets a totally unique item and Jungle doesn't, not counting the crown. Jelly could destroy an orb the way the ghost changes diamonds. For those soft lock orbs. Yeah, because sometimes you get fucked and you don't have resources. I hadn't thought about that, but that's cool. It's a neat idea. Then you're kind of forced to play around the time game, but, you know. Still better than just being fucked. It could also backfire if, like, time happens and the jelly happens to set it off and you don't want to, and then suddenly the door jelly's coming out, you're like, oh fuck! You know? There's pros and cons. Last resort. Yeah, last resort. I like that. We were talking, and if we do fuck with it, we might make it like a bounce rod or one mod that's just fucked up, like just crazy shit. Absolutely busted ideas. I think both would be very fun. Bring back Lava Charm. That, where would it go? You know? You know? Like, Lava Charm, the reason Lava Charm was really good is because it was basically at the end of the game, and it was just a... They purposely made hell a little easier, because, like, at that point you're so stressed, right? I feel like Lava Charm would be busted in CO is the thing. I think that's kind of what I was going to... If CO wasn't a thing, and you only had to worry about lava and, like, fucking Neobabs, I could see it coming back, but... That's kind of the hard part. Oh damn, that Magmar was like 1 pixel away from Yang. Oh. It wasn't even for killing them. It was for cooking them, you know? Like, I killed him, like, right underneath his door. Sorry, Yang. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. Grants you can survive lava, but capes now burn in lava. Won't affect gameplay normally. Then you lose your back item, yeah. Game balance is really hard because it's very easy to balance around the top 1% and, like, exclude, like, people below. But it's also easy to do the other way around. Fall lava but still live, yeah. That's part of why I was thinking, well, you'd have to make it so that Sparrow, like, shows up. Maybe you don't have to steal for Sparrow, kind of like she's just there. But there's also, like, the sisters in jungle, so... The sisters are kind of supposed to be the replacement for Van Horsing's side quest. Because they give you resources, which ties towards jungle being the resource route, right? Balance mod, now that I think of it. I know that there's a lot of really interesting FTL mods, but I've never fucked with them. Like, not like I don't fuck with that, you know? Just like I've never tried it. I wonder what kind of things they would have changed, because that feels never struck me as a particularly busted game. Stealing the charm from Madam. Oh, that's a pretty good idea, Eco, because you got to go to a lot of effort for that. And then you give it a one-of-a-kind item. Especially if we're doing the strat I was talking about, where, like, you have to go jungle to even interact with Sparrow. Like, she doesn't show up in 2-1 Volcana anymore. Then you have to steal, you have to do all this shit, you gotta steal the idol, you need a key, you gotta do all this shit. And, like, you can't even have gone Volcana. So it only really helps you in, like, CO Volcana and Neobabs. Made some of the OP weapons more rare and expensive, also made starting ship mods sell it for way less to encourage playing the ship the way it was intended. Gotcha. Interesting. How's it going, Zombie Cube? We were having an interesting discussion. Since it's an amulet with jewels, yeah, Eco, yeah, for sure, for sure. We were having an interesting discussion because we were talking about like things we'd want to mess with the game, like in the long term, like messing with like generation mods if we get bored. And I was talking about how with a friend we were tossing around the idea of like making a balance mod and going over some of the ideas for that. If you were to change Spelunky, what would you do? You know? I already said my ideas like 3 times and I kind of don't want to repeat myself, but I will if you want me to. I think they're really cool. I like my ideas a lot. Fuck, I kind of want to see if I can get any sacrifices, but I also like... You know? Fuck. Too much damage. Where is there a puppy? There's no puppies. None to be found. Make elixir permanent cure poison. Yeah, that's a common one. I'd replace elixir entirely with a more interesting item. My idea that I was talking about was I'd replace elixir with a new item that would basically be a permanent clover that works in CO. So that way if you're going temple, you get extra time and you also know the exit to all the CO levels because, you know, Alien Compass. Those two have great synergy, so then it's about having time and navigability in CO versus having resources in CO. Temple Tide Pool. Make it more viable. I just increase the reward. Maybe a little bit, but very slightly. Metal clanking? Oh fuck, I didn't even notice. I hate that shit. Here, pup. This run kind of sucks. Might call it soon. I've been having just bad runs. I had the one good one and it was the very start, fucking daily. Yeah, that one's pretty interesting. Oh, ooh, look at that. The thing I find odd about it is that it kind of like breaks the game's logic, but I guess Curse also kind of in general just breaks the game's logic, you know? Like it's a little inconsistent, it's a new thing. Part of a more rewarding path? That's interesting. I think that was kind of the philosophy with the Two Worlds, but more paths. A little more variety going on. Yeah, that's why I kind of like the idea of just giving people more time to like consider their options and act in Temple or in CO, which means in CO temples too. Instead of like giving them a helping hand, it's just like get fucking good and here's something to help you with it, you know? You can slow down a little bit, but you're still gonna have to dodge those fucking cats. If you can't gain health past 15, yeah, because then a single explosion will kill you, right? That are restless. I would add a lot more variety to CO. Who knows what's there? Yeah, we do know what's there. Neo Babylon. Pay attention to the story, Eco. One level full of chippies. Secret level. Just nothing but puppies. Which only give out Capalas and plenty of vampires for capes for revived players. It's kind of hard to make like CO a bit more rewarding without just feeling like they're just like giving shit away, you know? Get fucked. I think it'd be really interesting if CO slowly over time was like blurring together. You know, like by 7-10, maybe like a couple enemies from different zones will be in that. Like you're in Dwelling, and then like maybe you have like the robots from Volcana, you know, and then maybe like one single room from another zone will appear, and then over time, like by the time you're in like 790, 90 to 99, it's just every single room in every zone is like all different. So you have enemies that can never interact in the base game, just doing all kinds of crazy shit. That would fuck with the players a lot, which is, again, like I said, balance is... I like balance, but also like fucking with the player and just having content ideas, and I think that's very funny. That sounds awesome. That sounds fucking cool, right? And it's like, it was part of CO supposed to be the ultimate test, right? Yeah, there you go. Can you deal with UFOs, cursed dudes, mummy cats, in a tide pool level with floating dwelling chunks and arrow traps? Can you do that? You know? Get fucked. You know? That'd be so funny. Just Kapalas. That makes sense. Oh, I like this. And I'll overlucky for PlayStation, please. It'll never happen. Which is so sad. I wonder how feasible it'd be to do to like have CO blend like that. I think it'd be pretty easy because you could just design like new rooms that are just rooms from other zones, and then ooh, look, I've been streaming for a while. The backlight shut off. Gotta get some sleep. Have a nice night, Dale. Thanks for popping in. Always appreciate shooting the shit with you, dude. I'm probably gonna head off pretty soon too. I've been getting bad runs. Feels bad. Got one good one. As long as I'm getting to CO basically every night I play, then I'm not gonna complain. The reason I was talking about it was because it's clear with the patches that have come out that the game is balanced in Derek's eyes, and most of us would agree that's not the case, but that's because he's not balancing it for the 1% of players, right? Like, he kind of is, like with shit like stopping us from like dropping the backpacks on shopkeeps and shit. Like, kind of. But for the most part, he's, you know, making it for the, you know, most of the players, like the average gamer, which is fair. It's kind of what you should be doing. Which is why a lot of the changes I'm proposing wouldn't affect lower level play too much, but it would allow a lot of really interesting possibilities for high level. See a practice row where you can pick your equipment and start on 7.5. I kind of think the point of CO being like the ultimate challenge is that you don't get to practice. You know? Things that make CO easier are kind of whack, because it's like, that's the point of it, right? Is if you're choosing to take that on, you're choosing to forego any and all help. You know? I think that purity is super important. I say as somebody who hasn't even done it, you know? I would feel less inclined, well, not inclined, but like I'd feel it was less important if it was something I'd be able to practice so easily. Because the way I view it is like playing CO is like playing an entirely different fucking game. And in order to play that game, I literally have to play this game basically perfectly. Just to even try it. And so that means when I get there, it's so special and so important. And I wouldn't want to take that from me. I wouldn't want to practice a bunch and be like, okay, let's try and do it today. Now that I've gotten all my practice in, nah. I think it cuts at the spirit, which is something you don't want to do. Gotta leave the soul intact. Probably my favorite content, like, bullshit, like, way to fuck with the player change that I would make to Zombie Cube. Put a guaranteed present in the City of Gold. I think that's so funny. Doesn't matter where it is, just put it in the City of Gold. Because there's an altar there, guaranteed eggplant. Where I wouldn't use that shortcut? Well, obviously, right? But I don't think anyone should. Even me. Like, I wouldn't... I don't use shortcuts anyway. But I wouldn't want to, but it'd be tempting, and that temptation is lame. Would you rebalance the True Crown? No, True Crown's hilarious. That's content. It's shitty and amazing at the same time. It's so funny. Reverse controls. Game running time. It's possible to lose. It always is. The reason the presence in City Gold is so funny is because guaranteed eggplant, but you would have to get rid of it to go to Duat, which means you're forced to Chilin skip if you want to use that for the eggplant. Which is very funny. Better not betray you this time. I'll try, man. Guaranteed clothing shop in Temple? For what purpose? So you can get boots? Or a cape? I don't think changes like that are good. If it's gonna be a guaranteed item, it should have a purpose to it, and like a character interaction. One thing Dale was talking about was make it so Sparrow only appears the jungle route, but if you do it, like maybe she robs the black market and you get a bunch of items at the end and you get guaranteed climber's mitts, but you're not getting the Vlad's cape, you know? That's the only way to get guaranteed climbers. Temple basically means Volcaniferous for Alien Compass. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, I need to buff jungle to make it so that there's reasons to not go Volcana. On items because no black market. Yeah. Oh, then that makes it for your equipment loss. Yeah, I still think that's a lame way of doing it. There's more inventive ways of doing it. That's sort of the risk you take, right? That's what I was talking about. If you're going the Volcana Temple route, that's because you're banking on your personal ability and not having items. If you're going Tide Pool, if you're going Temple, I mean, if you're going Jungle, that's because you want equipment. If you're going Tide Pool, it's because you want bombs and ropes. That's part of the inherent balance. It's the choice. You shouldn't be able to get everything. There needs to be a Jungle Temple questline. I agree with you. That's for sure. Maybe I'd make it so that, like... Maybe I'd make it so that if you do, whoever's quest you do in World 2, they show up in Temple. So if you do Van Horsing's in Temple and gives you the Alien Compass. If you do Sparrow, she shows up in Temple and gives you Alien Compass. That way you get Alien Compass regardless of which World 2 you went. Then you can go jungle and you can get the guaranteed climbers mitts and like the extra equipment of the black market, and you can still decide, okay, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I want the extra time and the alien compass, and go temple. A bit more malleable. But then you wouldn't be able to do the part of Sparrow's questline that involves Tusk, because obviously you're not going Tide Pool. I'd also consider another reason Temple sucks right now is because you, like, there's just so many reasons to go Tide Pool. Like, there's Tusk, there's Clone Gun, all that shit. Gives you something cool. Well, that's what I was thinking is kind of like that, but instead it's like when you get to the black market, if you've interacted with Sparrow, she's already stolen from there, and then she helps split the loot with you. So then you get the stuff there. There's a lot of interesting possibilities there. Could be interesting if, like, that's where she got the alien compass, but she didn't want to give it to you, and then she's like, alright, I'm fucked. See ya. Curse just, like, horsing. Technically an eggplant seed, look at that. And so weak on altars this run too. I think tricks like that are antithetical to the point of Spelunky. Spelunky isn't about stacking numbers and like shit like that. It's just like you have X and so therefore Y happens. Adding builds and like like building stacks in Spelunky I think is like deliberately kind of what the game's not about, you know? The only thing that builds stacks is literally just the Kapala. It's very important to not make it a different game, in my eyes. Have a great day in stream. No, yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks for popping and thanks again for the bits.
Gotta go to work. Have a great day.
I always forget about that. I always forget about that. Every time. It's never not surprised me. Good text to voice. Bruh. Yeah, I know. That's why I said I was surprised. I'm reading messages like a fucking sap. I like the idea of the guaranteed climber's mitts. I wanted to have a unique item too in jungle, but I'm not sure what it would be. I guess the unique item in the jungle route would be like the amulet, like you were saying, Eco. You get Vlad's cape going Volcana immediately though, but you can get guaranteed lava immunity or like lava amulet eventually in Babylon. With how much work that'd have to be, maybe it wouldn't need that back item buff, you know? I mean, back item nerf. Because you're getting it so delayed, right? What if it made it so that your fucking back items didn't explode, like your jetpack wouldn't explode? Oh my god. That'd be funny. It'd be kind of fair too with how many hoops you have to jump through. Go jetpack with safety. Fuck yeah, brother. That's why you open one present at a time. One present at a time. Just gonna go faster, Tide Pool. I don't like this shit. Not right now, I'll tell you that. I like theory crafting shit like that. I think it's very fun. I think the idea of making choices matter instead of making it so that you can like do something and sort of like have your cake and eat it too is important. For every upside you create to something, there must also be a downside, which is why, like, if you buff Temple too much, like why if you're buffing Temple, you gotta buff Tide Pool too. I really like that idea of Sparrow giving the compass. Kind of like how the crown's malleable. The World 2 side quest is malleable as well. Which is weird because Sparrows can go both worlds. Like, Sparrow shows up in Volcana and Jungle, but then her second part of the quest is only in Tide Pool. And Van Horsing is only in one world too, but then, it's felt uneven. And the Spice Sister's only in one world, it's so weird. Why don't they show up again? The game has a lot of weird choices like that. Like the parallels are just out of whack. Where is the balance? I'm a balance type. Okay. If I fuck it up again, I'm gonna be so sad. Forgot about this mix. What a good mix. God, I love melee. Fuck. Oh my god. What the fuck am I doing? He's throwing for content. Haha, look at all the epic clips I'm gonna get when I die. Oh, wowie, ha ha ha. Whoa, whoa, the game is so hard. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's gonna kill the pup. Yeah, he's dead. You son of a bitch. That was only reward 1. Whatever, this means we can get it next level. Getting the guaranteed spike shoes is worth it just for those fuckers. Okay. Dog, what the fuck? Who did this? I gotta find that pup. I need the Kabbalah. Gonna leave that there for now, actually. Can't bomb that. He'll get pissed at me. Good thing I set the jetpack aside. Oh, holy shit. Dark levels, dark levels. Fuck, this sucks so much. Oh my god, if I didn't set the jetpack aside. Can't carry corpses through. I need the living pup. It's literally the only thing that can work. This is worth it. I'd rather give up my Onk and get a Kapala than lose like my last chance to do it, you know? Easy choice, IMO. This cycle sucks. Okay. I have to be a gamer here. Just triple check real quick. There we go. That was my mistake. Is I was focusing too much on the tempo of the top two, because it's different than the others, the lower lasers. I was focusing on making a jump that would work with them, that I didn't think about the laser above me. And I jumped when it wasn't there, but then I nicked my foot or some shit. Oh my god, I think this is a no, I think this is a no 7-1 Sun Challenge. Oh my god. Losing my fucking mind, dude. Losing my fucking mind. my god, there it is. Okay. I didn't know that can break blocks. A little bit of jazz. Cool. We gotta hurry. Oh my god. Going as fast as I could. Please let me through. I didn't grab the arrow. That's the only time I've ever not grabbed the arrow from this. I didn't have enough time. I was so focused on just getting the bow and leaving. I should have brought the arrow to the bow. Fuck, dude! Whatever. That's the first time I've ever done that. Wow. Again, just the fact that I'm getting these steps as consistently as I am is really good, but fuck, dude. Be a lot better to actually get some runs. I got 84 bombs to kill Hundun with, so let's do it. Fuck! No gamer ending. It could have been this time, you know? It could have actually been this time. Yeah. Dude, shit's hard, dude. Dude, shit's hard. What could I have done to... I got really bad Walder luck there. Walder was right at the start of the level, and the Sun Challenge was, like, near the top. So I got really bad luck there. That's the worst luck you could have. Actually, maybe Sun Challenge... I'm not sure what's worse, actually. Sun Challenge near the top and Walder near the bottom, or Walder... I guess Walder near the bottom is better, because then you don't have to backtrack. I was just going a little too slow throughout the level. I got actually the better combination out of that. Because you can grab the stuff and then go sort of to tune with it. I basically had it. It's just I literally made the critical mistake of not putting the arrow in the bow. Which is a very minor but very critical error, you know? At the end of the day, that's all it took to kill the run. I did the clone gun right. You carried the clone gun in. You clone it all in there. And then you take the arrow out. Normally, what you should do is have the bow outside of tunes, and you bring the arrow right out, and then you just slap it in. I don't even know where I set the arrow. I think it was right outside Tunes. It literally would have been as simple as just if I was walking by Tunes, shoot the arrow that was in there. Use up that arrow. And then, just walk over the other one. That's all I had to do. Never had to kill Hundun without haste. Actually, I've done it. Yeah. I remember this strat. It's such a bad sign. What's gonna happen to us? Who's got any podcast topics or wants to chill? Because after this run, I'm done. And I actually don't have to do anything. Wants to just talk about shit while we wait for the door to open. Because he's poisoned to both of his heads. He will take 1 point of damage every 30 seconds. I can't mouse away on my computer either. The game will pause. I gotta really figure out how to make my 7-1s better. Doritos or Pringles? I think I like Doritos better. More variety. I don't know much into chips, to be honest. Chips are good. I don't drink soda either, like at all. When I do, it's Sprite. I don't like brown soda. Coke or Pepsi. Can't fuck with it. I gotta figure out how to better handle, also, one second, I just want to show this real quick. It's gonna click off the game, but that's fine. Whoop. I'll just leave it like this then. I fucked up all the things. There you go, there's the number, Parallax. Epic. Epic weed number. This is so funny to me. Oh, stream was fucked up? Thank you, sorry, I forgot. It's not even dead? I expected one of them to be dead after all that. Open your heart. I really did everything fine. It's just the fact that I missed a critical step because I was low on time. I just simply wasn't going fast enough. I did the Sun Challenge really well for having no stickies. I think it's probably the play is just back whip there. You're safe. Maybe this was a bad idea. It's kind of boring. I just think it's funny that it's an option. Wow, look at that. This looks so fucked up. Oh look, there's finally only one dead. Or one left. I even did the clone gun. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah. Took about 5 minutes for them to die, but I was also fucking with them. It takes longer if you just let them bleed out. Let them get poisoned. Thank you, Parallax. That's probably the saddest dub I've ever gotten. I've had some sad ones. I've had some very sad ones. Wait, is that sadder than the one where I had the bow and everything and I just went through the door? That one was kind of funny. This one's just sad, I think. I think this one's sadder. Yeah. I think this one's more sad, just not as funny. Cool. What was my score? Just tell me my fucking score so I can move on with my life. $433. Okay. True. All of that was true. Let's see if anybody's beaten me on the leaderboards yet. Fuck!